Hello and welcome. This video will explain and demonstrate the steps you will need to take once your UCR undergraduate application has been received for review. Upon receipt of your application, you will be sent an email from UC Riverside Undergraduate Admissions. The email will contain information on setting up My account, and instructions for accessing your My UCR account. You should do both while you are waiting for your admission decision. Setting up My account activates important security features that will help to keep your data safe during your time at UCR. This includes the setup of security questions, enrolling in MultiFactor Authentication, or MFA, and setting up your UCR password, which will be used to access various UCR systems. My UCR is used to provide updates on your application. In addition, you will receive messages from your counselor, admission decisions, document reminders and financial aid announcements. My UCR should be checked regularly to stay up to date with the status of your pending application. The first step in the process is to set up My account. To do this, you should click on the Set Up My Account button in the email you received. Once you click the link, you will be prompted to set up your security questions. The security questions will be used to verify your identity in the future when you are accessing your data. Please note that the answers to your security questions should have a minimum of 4 characters. You should also bear in mind that only United States English characters are supported. This includes alphanumeric and special characters. You should also be mindful of exactly how you entered the answers to the questions. For example, spelling, use of capitals, and use of special characters. When you are asked for this information, you will need to be exact. Once you have set up the 3 required security questions, you will receive a confirmation message. Next, you will be prompted to enroll in MultiFactor Authentication, or MFA. MFA is used to provide an extra layer of security before access is granted to an application. It is recommended that MFA is set up via a mobile device. To get started, select the Manage Mobile Devices option. Next, select whether you want to set up a cell phone or a tablet. Remember, this device will be used to authenticate your logins, so you should make sure it is a device you have with you at all times. Optionally, you can provide a name for the device you are setting up. You will then need to specify what type of device it is. Please note that only iOS, Android and Windows devices are supported. Once your device is added to your account, you will need to authenticate it using the Duo app. To do this, go to your device's App Store and search for Duo Mobile. Once you have downloaded the app, open it and follow the on-screen prompts to pair it with your account. On the welcome screen, select Continue to begin the process. It is recommended that you activate your account using a QR code. In order to scan the QR code, you will need to allow the Duo mobile app to access your device's camera. Once you have enabled your device's camera, you will need to return to your browser to complete the setup. Select the Continue button on the Add Mobile Device screen. Next, you will need to scan the QR code that is displayed. Once the device has scanned the code, select the Continue button. You will receive a confirmation message that your device was successfully registered. The final step in setting up your security information is to set up your password. To initiate the process, select the Set Password button. You will then be prompted to enter and confirm your new password. If the password meets all requirements, you will be able to select the Change Password button. After confirming, you will receive a message that the password was successfully saved. Now that your password is established, you have completed the My account security setup. You will need to log into My account within 30 days to set up your emergency notification system contact information. You can log into My account at any time to update your password, security questions and manage your MFA devices. If you forget your password, it can also be recovered by visiting the My account page. If you have any issues during the setup process, you should contact the ITS Bear Help Support Team at 951-827-4848. Now that you have completed your My account security setup, you will be able to access your My UCR account and monitor important information pertaining to your application. To log into My UCR, you will need the password you created while setting up My account, and the UCR Net ID supplied in your admissions email. Once you have this information, you can access My UCR by clicking the Login to My UCR button in the email you received. Remember, you should check MyUCR regularly to stay updated on the status of your application and to view important alerts. If you have any issues during this setup process, you should contact the ITS Bear Help Support Team at 951-827-4848. If you have not received your MyUCR instruction email, please inquire with admissions at admissions.ucr.edu/ask. Thank you for watching today.